welcome to UnderConvo. It's Hailee.
And Jacoby.
And this is going to be our first episode. This is going to be a getting to know us. So we're going to get into our K-pop biases and like our K-pop alt groups and like how we got into K-pop too. So
You want to go first?
I can. Okay, so my name is Hailee, but like in my bio it says Hailee Alyssa. I go by either. I got into K-pop late 2019, early 2020, or I could have that wrong. It could have been late 2020, early 2021. It's one of the two. But it was really fun getting into K-pop and like learning biases and stuff. Before I got into like groups and stuff, it was real confusing because one of my close friends would tell me about like all the Stray Kids drama. And of course, not being a K-pop stan, I only knew who Felix was because that was the only name I heard. And I was like, how's Felix doing? And she was like, this isn't about Felix. And I was like, okay. So that was that. But yeah, so K-pop is real fun to get into.
Mm-hmm. My K-pop experience is a little bit different. So I got into K-pop actually in 2018, sort of more like a casual listener. The Hyuna was like the very first artist like I ever heard. And so I was like, let's kind of figure out what's out there. And so like EXO was like the first probably big boy group I got into. I didn't know any members' names. I was, again, more of a casual listener. EXO, 17. I was really into boy groups when I first started, but I wasn't into BTS yet. And then 2020 is when I really like got into my K-pop experience. So I was like, now I'm like a hardcore like K-pop stan.
So why did you get into K-pop? What was we doing around that time? Y'all, we were on our mutual friend. We was on her. She came in with a BTS album.
The Butter album. To
I was like, girl, what is that? She's like, let me think I'm cool. And I was like, I don't know what you mean, fool. I don't know what that is. It was like, so you bought this album for $25 for a piece of paper. I was like, you don't even have a CD player.
Yeah.
I didn't see the point.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
On her. And then a week later, talking about my first Blackpink album, and I was like, oh my God, I pulled Rosé. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Little do you know that small events tend to change the outcome of your life in a very large way. So yeah, I'm a little in too deep. I have maybe 40 albums. That sounds wrong, but it also doesn't. So
I think you have more than that because I'm close to 200.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't. Then maybe I have more than I think, but at the same time, it's like I haven't gone back and counted. I will do that eventually. So.
But yeah.
I'm 26 as of like 2 days ago. Pisces.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to like go through the list of like groups that we
such a long
it is
list.
A long
list. I'll start with girl groups because I don't feel like I stand as many girl groups. So I first got into Blackpink. That's probably like the first like group I like really got into. I'm not as hardcore as I used to be. But ITZY, again, I was like with ITZY from debut. So like, I think the year I got into K-pop was the year ITZY debuted. So like 2018. And so like Dalla Dalla, top tier, so good. And so like I got into ITZY, and then Twice is another girl group that I'm into. I'm like a casual listener of Stacey.
We saw them at KCON.
Yeah, I do like Stacey. Like I do like I have a lot of Stacey songs that I enjoy, but again, not really like a hardcore Stacey fan. Boy groups, BTS.
No, you skipped a lot of girl groups.
I can't think of. I can't.
LE SSERAFIM.
Oh, LE SSERAFIM. Yeah. Okay, love LE SSERAFIM. Yeah, LE SSERAFIM's probably like my. I don't want to say alt girl group. That feels like a lot of weight to like a single group right now. Feels like a lot of weight. But they're up there. Yeah, like I said, LE SSERAFIM, New Jeans.
I can't think of a lot of girl groups.
I know, that's why I was like, the pressure of girl groups it's a lot. But boy groups, BTS, P1 Harmony,
TXT,
AT. Like I'm like an 18 adjacent. Like I'm not quite
I'm
to 18. I'm like, I'm not quite to 18 level. I love ATs, just not to 18 level. Same thing with 17. Like, I'm like a carrot adjacent. Love 17. Just haven't gotten like too deep into the content and the members and everything. Who else? Oh, Stray Kids. Stray Kids is a big one.
Please don't get me started on them.
Yeah. Please don't get her started. Those are some really big ones. Yeah, I think those are like majority of the group. Oh, Monster X. I'm a real big Monster X fan. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
I was like into like in hyping for a while. I was in hyping, and I was like, I was really into it. I was feeling it. Yeah. I still listen. I'm still a casual listener, but you know, I didn't get tickets to the concert, so that kind of pushes you away.
It was so weird, like my experience with hyphen, because like I was like, oh, they're too young, and it was like, because I knew Nikki was, I think 16 at the time.
Yeah.
At the time I got in, like found out about a hype, I think Nikki was like 16, so I was like, feels too young, like it feels too weird. And then
P1 Harmony is the same age,
legit, and I was like, I love P1 Harmony, but yeah, also like I'd be like, I like in hyphen, but I'd be like, they too young, and then it just be Nikki. So
yeah, it literally just
be Nikki. So
basically all the groups he said I stand too. I like NMix. I don't have like an NMix bias, but I do be listening.
I'm a casual listener of NMix as well.
I do be listening to NMix. I would say probably like old group. It's definitely I probably have top 5 like old groups. Probably P1 Harmony, TXT, Le Seraphim. I have really been on my New Jeans lately.
I love New Jeans.
Did I say Stray Kids? Stray Kids. So that's probably top 5. And I'm going to tell you my biases because my biases always eat. So we're going to start with Stray Kids. Stray Kids, I am really a homie hopper. I've biased literally everybody in the group.
Yeah.
I started off when I first got into Stray Kids, like very, very first. I knew about Felix, and like I would tell people that Felix was my bias, but IM was my bias at the time. And then I was like, who's Lino? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just start telling people Lino my bias. And then my friend was like, "And Felix your bias?" And I was like, I did say that. So then I've been with Felix basically since day one. I think I'm home, but I have biased everybody. Literally, like Sungmin, Han. I think Chan is the only one that I haven't like biased by, like hard bias.
Yeah.
But I love Chan.
I feel like I have a thing for. Are we doing just Stray Kids or like
just Stray Kids?
Okay, just Stray Kids. I rock with Chan a lot. I have a thing for like the Hyung line. So like Chan, Lino.
I forgot about Hyunjin.
Hyunjin, yeah, you still with it.
I was in my Hyunjin era. It was
I still am. Hyunjin, and like Changmin, like those are like the top 4 like I rotate constantly. But no disrespect to like the Macne line, like at all.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
love I really am like at the end of the day OT8 with Stray Kids. Like it's really hard to like just pick a single bias because like how can you not bias like I am? And like how can you not bias Sungmin? And then there's Han. And then you got Felix. So it's really hard. It's really hard.
You can have those old ones.
I
got
okay.
Locked and loaded. I got y'all.
Anyway, we can go into our specifics with our groups in future episodes. So, but like my like top alt bias list, I'm gonna say like top 5, and that's gonna be hard.
Biases?
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Yeonjun from TXT, Namjoon from BTS, Joohoney.
I was just gonna say
from
where's
Monster X. Wonu, and then like I want to put a Stray Kids member in here, but again, it's really hard. So I'm
don't even have Yellow Seraphim bias.
I'm doing just boys right now.
Or your twice bias.
It's real hard. Again, this is what I'm talking about. It gets real hard. It gets real
I was
hard.
like, I didn't hear no.
Yeah. I was thinking just boys, honestly.
Oh, we're just doing boys right now?
That's what I was thinking. That's all I was thinking of.
Boys because I can't fit all 5 in.
And I'm going to say Chan for my 5th.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so boy groups. Right now, TXT, everybody reckon me. Normally, I would say Subin is my bias, but Goo has been eating me up. And I can't not talk about Unicata's comeback. So, okay, I'm going to just say Subin. Subin, my TXT bias. You forgot P1 Harmony.
Oh, I did.
P1 Harmony. I'm going to say Soul. Soul has been, we've been like this. In the end, Stray Kids, Felix. I would say Felix and Hyunjin because I feel like both eat me up equally, but I only collect Felix stuff. So, is that 4, 3?
4.
I'm saying no other groups. Hold on.
I'm sure you do. Again, it gets real hard when you do.
I was an 18.
Yeah.
But I don't have an 18. I don't have an 18's bias. I guess Songhwa. That's really my man. For real. We just like this.
Okay. Now let's do girl groups. So, girl groups. I got Momo from Twice. That's locked and loaded. I love Momo so much. But also Chaeyoung from Twice. Like, it.
I see the vision.
Chaeyoung is who got me into Twice, but like Momo is like my bias, like for real.
It was the Feels.
Yeah, the Feels dance practice. Yeah. Chaewon from Le Sserafim. And then when I was a Blackpink stan, I used to, like, Lisa was my bias. I'm like really leaning more towards Jennie now because Jennie, this past comeback has really been eating. Yeah.
Yeah, you love my bias.
I know you're not talking. What other girl groups?
I don't know.
I love Minji from New Jeans. I do like her a lot.
Well, I like them all, but you know.
Yeah. And then like number 5. Oh, Yeji from ITZY. So yeah, I'd say that's top 5. Top 5. Smoking on your top 5, period.
So probably you did it twice first, twice.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I am the biggest GL stan you will ever meet. When I think we are locked and loaded, I really can't. Words just can't describe it. She didn't get me into Twice. Momo got me into Twice. But when I saw Gio, there was going back. But Gio and Sana are both my biases. That just count as one though.
I know, that's why you saw I did Chaeyoung, so
I was like, that just count as one
though. Yeah.
And then the Seraphim, Jen is my bias, and Che is my wrecker.
Mm-hmm.
They be flipping.
Mm-hmm.
It's always gonna be Yoonjin though. I guess. Who else? Oh, Blackpink. For a while, it was Rosé, and it's still Rosé, but like it's also Jennie, because Jennie was my first bias, and then Rosé was my second bias, and like it's only 4 members in the group. I'm really OT4, but like
yeah.
And then New Jeans Honey is my bias. I really like Honey. And then ITZY.
Mm-hmm.
ITZY.
You like Ryujin a lot.
I do like Ryujin. That's really my girl. Ryujin and Leah. I feel like those are.
I do like Leah.
I love me some Leah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are probably my old girl group biases, I guess.
Yeah. And we can get more in depth in like later episodes. So like there's really no rush. So let's do our new groups that we might want to get into.
Like recently debuted or just regular?
Just it can be like anybody that like you really haven't gotten into. They can be an established group. So I'm definitely getting into XG. I don't know if y'all have heard, but XG, I love some XG. They're not new though. Like I had Tippy Toes and was very confused because it was an all English song. So like I didn't consider them like a K-pop group. I thought it was just like a random girl group. But like they were in Korea, so I was like, okay. So I was again casual listener when Tippy Toes first came out, but now like hardcore. I love XG.
I do love XG. I be forgetting about XG. That stuff is on my own repeat, but every time I forget about them.
I want to learn more about 8 Turn, the new one. They got that song Tic Tac. You know the TikTok. You know the TikTok sound. But yeah,
I do believe. I haven't heard.
But I always give a new group after the first comeback. So like for me to really get into them, to see kind of how the sound kind of mellows out.
He does that. I don't do that.
I do. Yeah, I was like, that's just how like I am.
Be like, ooh, I'm gonna get into ATs today, and then I got into ATs that day.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to get into a group, and then it's like they just debuted. So like, I got the one song that I really really like, and then like they have their first comeback, and then I don't like it as much, but like I'm too invested, so I don't know. Like I said, I make sure like I really like the sound before I get into that. But what's another? I'll do like one more group. Like an older group, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about that one. Like, part of me says ATs, but like I feel like I know at least the members' names of ATs. So, like I said, 18 adjacent earlier, but what about you?
Yeah, I definitely want to get into XG. Mm-hmm. I know all the members' names, and I think I know who my bias is gonna be. I'll be seeing her look at me, and I'll be looking at her. So, and then group. My issue is there's never like, if I want to get into a group, I just get into the group. I don't do any like background. Like 17. Oh, I'm lying. But like 17, it was at Target, and I said, I want to get into 17. About the 17 album, I had no idea who I had pulled. I ended up buying the hip hop, like that unit. I think I bought their album, and I didn't pull anybody from the hip hop. Anyways, there was no point in me looking up the hip hop members' names and didn't pull nobody from the unit. Anyway, okay, that's another time. But I kind of want to get into NCT 127. Like they have really been eating me up lately, and like I don't know. I know who my bias is.
In NCT?
Yeah. Oh. It ain't never gonna change.
Who is it?
Utah. And Johnny. And Do Young on a good day with me. All three of us, buddy.
That's fair. With a group big enough like NCT, you could probably have 3 biases, and that feels fair. Just
127.
That's what I'm saying. Like even even just 127, I feel like 3 is fair. Because you don't want to be like, I have like 3 biases in like a 4-person group. So then like you don't want to
exactly like Blackpink, like. And then I don't listen to like a lot of. I'm gonna lie. I do listen to a lot of groups, but it's usually the same groups. And then like I would have never got into Monster X had you not gotten to Monster X. It's no fun watching like content and you don't know who anybody is. So I kind of just like. By association, you get into like ATs.
Yeah, me with ATs. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I want to get into the boys more. I do
too. I still want to learn all their names.
I know a good amount, and I know who my bias is.
I love Kevin. Kevin's so funny.
Okay.
But I also love New. New's so cute. I love him.
Jacob is my bias.
Okay.
Those are the only words I got for him.
Okay.
I like Q too.
I like Q. Was there anything else you want to add? Any final thoughts?
No, I'm really excited for the podcast so we can say our different opinions and our perspectives, you know?
I feel like as Black K-pop fans, we have like a little bit like of a different perspective on things.
And we can definitely feel certain ways about certain things that happen within the K-pop industry, since a lot of it is based off of like hip-hop music or like even Western music, which
so
like I'm super excited to talk about that.
Super excited. So it should be a great time. I'm excited to do this with Hailee. So
Yeah,
should have a great time.
I'm great. What can I say?
Well, okay. On that note, we're gonna go. So thank you guys so much for watching our first episode.
Thank you.
See you guys next time.